Military music at Navy Band Great Lakes has a long, rich history. The first musician, a bugler, arrived in 1908 to the then new Naval Training Center, and the band was officially established in 1911 when the first recruits arrived for training. During World War I, the illustrious John Philip Sousa led the band as he trained more than 1,500 musicians for the Navy. Today's members carry on that noble tradition in the spirit of their motto, Pride in Service. With a wide range of performing ensembles, this talented group of professional military musicians appears in hundreds of parade, concert, school, public, and recruiting performances throughout its 10-state area each year as the Navy's ambassadors to the Midwest. The commander, Naval Service Training Command, Rear Admiral D. Mewborn, is proud to present the men and women of Navy Band Great Lakes. The drum major for today's concert is musician second class Justin Glenn. And conducting Navy Band Great Lakes is musician first class Jeremy Bustillos. Another acknowledgement, please, for their outstanding performance this morning.
Stay flat. Carried up.
As the parade of graduates approaches, we salute the states and territories whose sons and daughters will graduate today. Delaware, Pennsylvania,
New Jersey, Georgia, Connecticut,
Massachusetts, Maryland,
South Carolina, New Hampshire,
Virginia. New York.
North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont,
Kentucky,
Tennessee. Ohio.
Louisiana, Indiana,
Mississippi.
Illinois, Alabama, Maine,
Missouri,
Arkansas.
Michigan,
Florida, Texas,
Iowa. Wisconsin.
California,
Minnesota, Oregon,
Kansas.
West Virginia, Nevada,
Nebraska,
Colorado.
North Dakota,
South Dakota.
Montana, Washington,
Idaho. Wyoming. Utah.
Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona,
Alaska, Hawaii,
District of Columbia. Puerto Rico.
Guam, American Samoa,
Northern Mariana Islands, Trust Territories,
Virgin Islands. State flags. Order arms. And now we invite you to join the staff of Recruit Training Command in welcoming the graduating divisions with your applause as they enter Midway Ceremonial Hall and are announced in the following order.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Division 031. Division 032. Division 033. Division 034. Division 035. And Division 036. Today's graduating performing unit is Division 904. Division 904 provides the state flags, color guard, and drumline units for today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Thank you. Divisions, right. Face. Section leaders, fall out and collect outer garments.
State flag carried on. Forward platoon formation march.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Lieutenant Keenan Harmon, Recruit Training Command's Drill Division Officer. Today, you will see 7 divisions comprised of 560 sailors participate in their graduation ceremony and soon join the most powerful Navy in the world. The unit positioned at center deck is the Review Commander and staff. The Review Commander is responsible for conducting the graduation ceremony. Today's Review Commander is Seaman Recruit Joseph Gray from Sylvania, Georgia. Performing and graduating today is the State Flags Unit on their 8th and final week of training. The Triple Threat Unit is on their 7th week of training, and the Staff Unit is on their 6th week of training. These units are comprised entirely of recruits. During their night of arrival, all recruits are placed into divisions of 88 personnel and assigned their division commanders. Recruit division commanders form the backbone of recruit training and are the key individuals in the life of every recruit. Division commanders must serve as counselors, disciplinarians, administrators, and military leaders. Above all, they must show themselves as outstanding examples of military bearing, appearance, attitude, and behavior. Each division also has a recruit chief petty officer. This is the senior recruit who supervises the divisional staff positions and leads the division in the absence of their division commanders. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the graduating divisions, their division commanders, and recruit chief petty officers. As I introduce each division, they will raise the competitive flags that they have earned throughout their training. As I introduce each recruit chief petty officer, the flag representing their home state will also be raised. Please hold your applause until all introductions have been completed. I will be starting from their right. Division 0, 3, 1. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Jason Spenny. Petty Officer First Class Chris Shaw. Petty Officer First Class Tony Baracina. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Justin Harris from McMinnville, Oregon. Division 0, 3, 2. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Richard Rogalski. Petty Officer First Class Jeremy Mankey. Petty Officer Second Class Brandon Fitch. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Luis Soto from El Paso, Texas. Division 0, 3, 3. Commanded by Petty Officer First Class Vicky King. Petty Officer First Class Brady Brunvand. Petty Officer Second Class Renell Robbins. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Stephen Bobenko from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Division 0, 3, 4. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Joshua Linton. Petty Officer First Class Alberto Farilas. Petty Officer Second Class Jillian Zamora. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Michael Northrup from Oceanside, California. Division 0, 3, 5. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Samuel Miller. Petty Officer First Class Leilani Lemon. Petty Officer First Class Royce Harrell. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Braden Hovel from Ettrick, Wisconsin. Division 0, 3, 6. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Brian Husk. Petty Officer First Class Trasia Washington. Petty Officer First Class Kwame Johns. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Jeremiah Brew from Germantown, Maryland. Division 9, 0, 4. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Elizabeth Quito. Petty Officer First Class Alejandro Gonzalez. Petty Officer First Class Kwaku Wallace. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Jennifer Nguyen from San Diego, California. On behalf of the commanding officer and staff of Recruit Training Command, we congratulate these division commanders and Recruit Chief Petty Officers on a job well done.
division. Attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a courtesy to our viewing party, we ask all guests to remain silent now during our arrival honors. Will the guests please rise? Recruit Training Command, arriving.
Order. Arms. Time orderly. Strike 4 now.
Staff, arriving.
Order. Arms. Time orderly. Strike 6 now.
Deputy Chief of Chaplains for Reserved Matters, arriving.
Order. Arms.
Our guests may be seated.
Morning, Adam. Honor Guard standing by for inspection, sir. Inspection. On.
Will our guests please rise? Hand salute.
Order, arms! Retire the color!
Hand salute. Ready, 2. The Chief Petty Officer Association's Heritage Committee and Chief Hospital Corpsman Mary Matthews will join All America in remembering December 7th, 1941, a day that will live in infamy.
The memories of Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941 are etched into our souls. The images of fire, smoke, twisted steel, and human suffering often overpower us. But perhaps what is most common about that day is the uncommon courage of those who were there and their unbending will to turn tragedy into triumph, catastrophic loss into victory, and war into a lasting peace. Today, we honor and remember those we lost that tragic day, those brave men and women who stood united against a great and powerful enemy, and with one voice told the world that the American spirit is unwavering and that we will endure. We see that same spirit and commitment to our nation in the faces of these graduates today, passed down from one of America's greatest generations, and we proudly recognize them as our future and the defenders of our freedom, our liberty, and our great United States of America. Remembering that spirit, commitment, and sacrifice, please join me in a moment of silent reflection.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Chaplain Hahn will offer this morning's invocation.
Let us pray. God in heaven, approximately 8 weeks ago, these sailors arrived at boot camp, with hopes and dreams of what could be, who they would become, and wanting to make a difference. Along this road, they've been tried and tested to see if they had what it takes to be called sailors in the United States Navy. They have passed their tests and now stand here with family and friends ready to enter the fleet. As they go from here, we pray they would take with them those core values that we hold dear: honor, courage, and commitment to themselves and to their shipmates. When times get tough, remind them of the words that were spoken by the prophet Isaiah: "Fear not, for I am with thee. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. For I will strengthen you, and yes, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." As we celebrate today with these newest sailors, we remember the events of Pearl Harbor 72 years ago and why we raise our right hands. With renewed diligence, we take this time to ask that you would be with our armed forces who are currently standing the watch on the front lines around our world. Protect them as they selflessly protect us, and strengthen them to discharge their duties with honor. Father, give them strength for every new day. Give them your wisdom, peace, and grace as they help to preserve your will for peace and order in our world. Bless them for the sacrifice they have made, giving them your divine protection and bringing them home safe. For all this I pray, amen.
Eternal Father, strong to save, whose arm hath bowed the restless wave, who bids the mighty ocean deep its own appointed limits keep. Oh, hear us when we cry to thee, for those in peril on the sea. Amen and amen.
Our guests may be seated. At this point, the commanding officer would typically issue orders and instructions to the unit commanders. Then, the unit commanders would face about and relay the information to their divisions. Today's events show how orders pass through the chain of command.
Division! Report! Division 031, all present order counted for, sir. Very well. Division 032, all present order counted for, sir. Very well. Division 033, all present order counted for, sir. Very well. Division 034, all present order counted for, sir. Very well. Division 035, all present order counted for, sir. Very well. Division 036, all present order counted for, sir. Very well. Division 904, all present order counted for, sir. Very well. All divisions present order counted for, sir. Very well. The sailors, creed.
Good morning, Captain. I present the graduating divisions. Request permission to commence the review.
Very well. Commence the review.
Aye, sir.
America.
left, arm right, face. War Warden is reporting, sir.
Very well. Good morning. I'm Captain John Dye, Commanding Officer, Recruit Training Command. On behalf of Rear Admiral D. Mewborn, Commander, Naval Service Training Command, I welcome you to this morning's recruit graduation ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where the Navy starts. Division 904 graduates today. They are the State Flags Unit, providing the 50 state flags, drum corps, and color guard. Let's give them a big hand for their performance today. I'd like to offer a warm welcome to our reviewing officer, Rear Admiral Daniel Gard, Deputy Chief of Chaplains for Reserve Matters, and Captain Robert Fink, Chief of Staff, Naval Service Training Command. At this time, I would also like to take the opportunity to welcome and recognize the veterans in our audience for their service to our country and to our nation. Would our veterans please stand? But most importantly, I'm pleased to welcome the families and friends of these graduates who have come here today to be part of our significant graduation. Your Navy continues to be manned by top quality sailors like those whom you see before you, and they and others like them are absolutely critical to maintaining the readiness of our naval forces and the security of our nation. These sailors have successfully completed battle stations and have earned the right to wear the uniform recognized throughout the world as a symbol of freedom. This training group is ready to graduate and join the most powerful Navy the world has ever known. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 560 of the newest and sharpest sailors in the United States Navy.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Recruit Training Command's competitive system among individual recruits and divisions promotes teamwork, attention to detail, and pride in accomplishment. Divisions performing above standards throughout the training are awarded recognition flags in the following mission areas: academic achievement, military drill, compartment readiness, and physical fitness. These flags are carried as a visible symbol of the division's success. Each flag indicates that your sailors, individually and as teams, met performance standards in one or more mission area events. Any division exceeding basic requirements in the mission areas during their training is designated a Battle Efficiency Division and earns the Battle E flag in recognition of this outstanding performance. 4 divisions have earned this honor today, and we congratulate these divisions on a job well done. Any division that excels in every phase of training and earns all flags qualifies for the Chief of Naval Operations Honor Division recognition and is awarded the CNO Honor Flag for exemplary achievement. This designation reflects a high degree of teamwork, morale, and esprit de corps, as well as the superb leadership of the division commanders. 1 division has earned this honor, and we congratulate Division 034 on a job exceptionally well done.
Parade! Rest!
Rear Admiral Gard will present this week's individual awards, and he will be joined on the drill deck by our commanding officer, Captain Dye. Recruits who demonstrate a conspicuous attitude of devotion to duty, to the Navy, and to their shipmates may be selected as a division's honor graduate and represent the measure of admiration and respect they have earned from their shipmates throughout their boot camp experience. As we announce this training group's honor graduates, please hold your applause until the introductions have been completed. Seaman Recruit Michael Sella, Division 031, from Sumner, Washington. Seaman Recruit Jordan Sauter, Division 032, from Zim, Minnesota. Seaman Recruit Aaron Wyatt, Division 033, from Bakersfield, California. Seaman Recruit Christopher Glenn, Division 034, from Visalia, California. Seaman Recruit Davis Velasco Fernandez, Division 035, from Memphis, Tennessee. Seaman Recruit Edward Cruz, Division 036, from Bayamon, Puerto Rico. And Seaman Recruit Joshua Powell, Division 904, from Chicago, Illinois. To each honor graduate goes the traditional Navy recognition of Bravo Zulu, which means, congratulations, sailors, well done.
Honor graduates, post. Forward, march.
Good morning, Captain. Seaman Recruit Osborne reporting.
Very well.
Seaman Recruit Pierce Osborne, Division 031, from Eagle, Idaho, is the winner of the United Service Organization Award for best exemplifying the spirit and intent of the word shipmate. Seaman Recruit Osborne is given a commemorative plaque from the United Service Organization. Well done, sailor.
Good morning, Captain. Seaman Recruit Martirillis reporting.
Very well.
For achieving the highest overall academic score during recruit training, Seaman Recruit Michelle Martirillis, Division 034, from Woodbury, New York, has earned the Academic Excellence Award, which is sponsored by the Lake Defiance chapter of the Illinois Society of the Sons of the American Revolution. Seaman Recruit Martirillis receives a letter of commendation from our commanding officer. Well done, sailor.
Good morning, Captain. Seaman Recruit Babenko reporting.
Very well.
Seaman Recruit Stephen Babenko, Division 033, from Allentown, Pennsylvania, is the recipient of the Military Order of the World Wars Award of Merit. This award is presented for meritorious performance during recruit training. Seaman Recruit Babenko is presented with a commemorative plaque from the Military Order of the World Wars. Well done, sailor.
Good morning, Captain. Seaman Recruit Powers reporting.
Very well.
The Military Officers Association Leadership Award is presented to Seaman Recruit Corey Bowers, Division 904, from Los Angeles, California, for demonstrating exceptional tenacity and professionalism. Seaman Recruit Bowers is awarded a letter of commendation from our commanding officer. Well done, sailor.
Morning, Captain. Seaman Recruit Velez reporting.
Very well.
For having displayed extraordinary qualities best expressing the American spirit of honor, initiative, and loyalty, Seaman Recruit Tatiana Velez, Division 904, from Port St. Lucie, Florida, is awarded the Navy League Award, which is sponsored by the Navy League of the United States. Seaman Recruit Velez is presented with a commemorative plaque and a letter from our commanding officer. Well done, sailor. Seaman Recruit Donnie Shannon, Division 035, from Queens Village, New York, is the recipient of the Navy Club of the United States of America Military Excellence Award for best exemplifying the qualities of enthusiasm, devotion to duty, military bearing, and teamwork. This award places him at the pinnacle of today's newest sailors and is awarded a flag letter of commendation. Seaman Recruit Shannon, the staff of Recruit Training Command, salutes you as the finest of this group of graduates. Well done, sailor.
Attention!
It is appropriate to recognize such outstanding individual accomplishments by these sailors with a round of 3 cheers. The adjutant will lead all graduating divisions in 3 cheers for this morning's honor graduates and award winners.
Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
I have the distinct pleasure this morning of introducing our reviewing officer, Rear Admiral Daniel Guard. As Deputy Chief of Chaplains for Reserve Matters, he leads the U.S. Navy Chaplain Corps' mission of providing religious ministry and support for all sailors, Marines, and their family and friends. Commissioned in the Navy Reserve in 1988, Rear Admiral Guard served in reserve tours as Deputy Force Chaplain, Marine Forces Reserve, Deputy Regional Chaplain, Navy Region Midwest, and Deputy Chaplain of the Marine Corps for Reserve Matters. Additionally, he has served and deployed in support of numerous active duty missions, including 9/11 Pentagon recovery operations, Amphibious Task Force East in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, JTF Chaplain in support of Joint Task Force Guantanamo Bay. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a warm Recruit Training Command welcome to an outstanding sailor, Rear Admiral Daniel Guard.
Good morning, and thank you, Captain Dye, for that introduction. It's a great honor and privilege for me to be here this morning with you as we welcome new shipmates into the United States Navy. You've accomplished something that's going to shape the rest of your lives. You've been transformed into United States sailors and have become part of that long tradition of service in defense of our nation. You stand here at Recruit Training Command, Great Lakes, where for more than 100 years, over 3 million sailors have been trained, formed, and prepared to go forward whenever and wherever their country needed to send its Navy. You now wear that uniform, just as those who wore that uniform before you, and you are part of that honorable history. You have answered the call to service, and your families and your nation are proud of you. And to the families and friends of these young men and women, I want to thank you. Thank you for your role in shaping them into Americans who would step forward into naval service. They've been on a journey that really began with you, until that point where somehow somebody or something planted in their minds the idea of looking into the Navy. That led them to a recruiting station, to MEPS, and now here to RTC. What they have accomplished is absolutely remarkable. It is a small number of Americans who wear the uniform to defend all the rest of us. But their journey has only begun. It is going to continue. And perhaps some of you standing on this drill deck today wonder about what's going to come next. There might be a few of you who are wondering today, what have I got myself into? But let me assure you, your families and friends, that you are in for a real adventure. You will learn things, see things, and do things that others cannot even imagine. You will defend your nation, your homes, your families, from those who would harm us. You will put service before self. You will bring honor, honor to yourself, to your shipmates, to your family, to your Navy, and to your nation. You will sacrifice in order to be part of something much greater than yourself. You will be there to watch out for and take care of your shipmates as part of that team that is the Navy. The families and friends of these recruits are going to notice some things about your sailor. They might be a bit slimmer than the last time you saw them. They will walk with poise and pride. They will wear their uniform in public, and people will come up to them and thank them for their service. They will embody for the rest of their lives those Navy values of honor, courage, and commitment. I would be remiss this morning, though, if I did not also acknowledge and thank the recruit division commanders, the instructors, and the staff of RTC. These men and women have the challenging and honorable task of shaping recruits into the finest sailors in the world's greatest Navy. And so we thank you for your service. Shipmates, today is not just the end of being a recruit. It is the beginning of the greatest adventure of your lives. Wherever the Navy sends you next, be ready to get to work. You have chosen to serve at a time when your country needs you. And your country is proud of you. Your families are proud of you. I am proud of you, and I am honored to call you my shipmates. May God bless you. May God bless our Navy. May God bless our nation and all here. Thank you.
Drummers, pose!
Stay! Flash! Carry on! Forward, platoon, formation, walk!
Rear Admiral Guard will now receive the salute of the graduating divisions, and he will be joined on the drill deck by Captain Dye, our commanding officer. Please remain seated now until your graduates have been placed on liberty. Please join me in one more round of appreciation for our wonderful musicians of Navy Band, Great Lakes. Thanks again to each and every one of you for joining us on this most memorable of Navy Days. Graduates, at this time, would like to remind you that before you leave Midway Ceremonial Hall, to please be in the full, proper uniform of the day. And without further delay, now hear this, Liberty Call!